Welcome back to Lamplight City. It's been 2 years since I last played this one, but I need to get all the games I've gotten on hold to. I got to finish them really. So I can't remember anything about this game. It's been that long, but I've sort of went over a walkthrough up to this point. Sport myself past it, just so I go, okay, yeah, I did that, yeah. But yes, we're back today, and hopefully get a decent chunk of game done. Half an hour, most likely. Yeah.
There's quite a few members in this group.
Okay, can't click
There's
names.
quite a few members in this group.
The meeting was wonderful, Cynthia. Anyone interested in your spirit board? Reload Thomas, no, thank you. Looking forward to having you over the manor next week. Okay. Right, I'll turn the sound down a tiny bit. Actually, that's I'll say put there. Voice was a bit too low. A bit too high though. Alright, can we turn anything else to her?
I don't think there's anything she can help with right now.
I was free to borrow books, as long as you check with me first. Okay. Pause if you need to. I'm not reading all these. Gotta bring it up. Sorry, I'll read that down. Back when I played Bloody Mist. Oh god, that was a nightmare. Not realising how many actual chapters there was, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'm not reading this much. Do I do it on? Guri. Okay, right. Oh, game is stuttery. Yeah. Almost forgot me then. Right, close. Torn topic. Me. Okay. I might hear a fan today because it's bloody hot, so I apologise if you go in the background. Also, you'll hear Mally wanting to go outside, but he's not allowed to at the moment. So.
What a ridiculous contraption. People will do anything to make a quick crown.
I've got coffee as well.
Ooh, spooky. That ghost between the two people almost manages to look convincing. That's probably the storage case for the spirit board. The plaque says Leonora Pattinson, seer. She looks like someone I would not want to fool around with.
It's very clever having the ghost partner be the one that it looks at stuff and describes stuff, like you get in some games they like sort of describe things. Having not the main character but the partner. Yeah, that's right. That's cool.
That's probably the storage case for the spirit board.
I think I've seen one of these before. What does it do?
It's a spirit board. We use it to contact spirits, and they in turn spell out a message with the letters on the board.
Well, I've got a message from Miss Maxwell if she ever tries to use a spirit board around me. I never much cared for all that mystic stuff. Why should your life be dictated by a bunch of cards?
Okay.
I never much... Those are some creepy twin girls. I could see a passing resemblance to Miss Maxwell, actually.
I've looked at that. Alright, I think we're done here then.
May the spirits guide you to that which you seek.
That's that place then. Next.
I'll let you know if I have any more questions, Mr. Harris.
Okay, I've been here before then.
Sit tight, Mrs. Harris.
I suppose it does make sense I've been here before because they're just walking into someone's house.
Best avoid that one. He looks like he might tip over at any moment. Reminds me of when I was alive. Ah, good times.
I think that's the police chief.
Can we talk?
Go on, I'm listening.
Can we go over my current case?
Of course. What have you got?
Are you familiar with the term metempsychosis?
No. What is it?
Apparently some mystics and philosophers maintain that it's a process whereby human and animal souls are transferred to new bodies.
I wish I could hook a microphone up to Mally just so I can have his little avatar.
People have such queer ideas.
I can have his little avatar
I'm not exactly sure
move whenever he talks.
Sometimes I'm jealous of all the odd things you detectives get to look into.
That's enough about the case for now.
Okay.
Okay.
That's it, I think.
Then you'd better get back to it.
Why is the sound effect so loud? There we go. Don't really need all the other sounds to be that loud. Right. I can't remember where we've been to, so we're just going to go to every place and talk to him. Let's try and retry.
Right now.
Try and not retrace the steps. What's the word? Catch us up.
Mr. Devons?
Yes?
Do you practice voodoo, Mr. Devons?
What?
The chicken bones and dust you send along with your letters. It's a voodoo spell meant to cause bad luck in business.
Like, where's that up?
Quite a convenient solution, wouldn't you say?
I don't know what you're on about.
Come now, Mr. Devons. I'd appreciate it if you didn't think I was stupid.
All right, fine. I went to go see one of them magic women in Gascon. She told me about the spell and what I needed to do. I don't believe in the stuff, but I thought maybe if I used it, I could scare Harris enough to get him to stop making the new airship.
Well, I don't mean to be one to put a damper on your amateur witchcraft, but it doesn't seem to be doing you much good.
No, his grandson got kidnapped. That's not something I'd call lucky.
Good day to you, Mr. Devons.
You too, Mr. Fordham.
This Arthur Devon's Joker is bad news. Not only is he making
Sorry.
threats to the Harris family, he also has the nerve to send a ransom note. We have enough evidence to pin the crime on him, I think. The police can deal with the headache of actually finding the baby.
Once we've done all the other bits, maybe I'll...
Hello again, Mr. Fordham.
Fordham?
I have some questions for you, Mrs. Davis.
All right.
Mrs. Davis, have you ever had Linda visit you at the Harris Manor?
Oh, no, of course not.
Then would you care to explain your note to her in the Spectre Society guest book?
Dun dun dun.
Please, Mr. Fordham, I didn't mean to lie to you. It's just that it gets so lonely by myself in the house at night. So every now and then, I invite Linda to come over for tea and some company.
I see. And when was the last time this happened?
2 nights ago? Please don't tell Mr. and Mrs. Harris, Mr. Fordham. If they found out what I was doing, they'd have me dismissed without a reference.
I won't, but I'd very much like to speak with Mrs. Walker. Do you have any idea where I can find her?
All I know is that she works as a seamstress at a shop in Lyon, but I don't know the name. I'm sorry, I can't be of any more help than that.
It's fine.
Thank you for your time, Mrs. Davis.
Oh, you're very welcome.
I suppose it's for a good cause, but that doesn't make it any less disturbing.
Morgenstern died recently. Okay. So they died with that. Okay. Let's
I'll
leave.
be going now, Mrs. Davis.
May the spirits guide your path.
That sounds really ominous. Let's go and explore.
Probably won't be another year or so before the child gets any practical use out of those blocks beyond putting them in his mouth. Probably won't be another year or so before the child gets any practical use out of those blocks beyond putting them in his mouth. Probably won't...
Okay, I was trying to see if I could actually click on different ones.
Careful not to cut yourself, Miles. I don't think the Harris family has ever seen blood that isn't blue. Look, you can see the balcony extends all the way around the side of the manor.
That would make it rather easy for someone to access this window from the outside.
No evidence of what was used to smash the glass, though.
Nothing behind the curtain.
It looks rather flimsy. Let's not try sitting on it. A steam-powered bottle warmer. Certainly beats having to do it in the fireplace. Or in the case of my parents, over a barrel fire. Look at that. The kid has a toy chest. My sister and I used to have to keep our toys buried in the backyard. Of course, that is because the only toys we had were dead rats.
Okay. What is he seeing?
Nice view of the garden from up here. Some sort of fuzzy animal wearing a waistcoat. Charming.
Alright, let's check the other room.
Fancy. Some poor servant's probably gonna get a flogging for leaving it in here, though.
Nothing else of note in any of the drawers.
Oh, well. At least we got to play a rousing game of Search the Rich People's Dresser.
Okay, so we did search it.
Nothing else hidden among the clothes. Too bad. Yeah, it seems like this is where Mrs. Harris keeps her unmentionables. I like the ones with the frills and the stitched cat. Paperwork and receipts. Nothing particularly interesting here. More lacy underthings. I wonder which Harris they belong to. An empty suitcase. I suppose Mr. Harris must travel every now and then. Mr. Harris's color selection is almost as drab as yours.
Right. Let's go then. Let's leave. Stitching. We haven't been here yet. We have been here, but haven't been here.
Know if I can help you with anything.
I've got some more questions for you.
All right, I'll do my best to answer them.
Do you by chance employ a seamstress named Linda Walker?
I do, yes.
Is she here?
No, she has the day off today, but she'll be in tomorrow.
Would it be possible to have her address?
Begging your pardon, but why should I give it to you?
I'm a private investigator, and it's crucial to this case.
Well, as I said, she'll be here.
It really isn't.
I'm sure, but if it were really that urgent, I would think the police. I'm not obligated to tell
Damn it.
you anything.
Please, Mr.
So you.
She's my...
I thought.
Well, yeah.
I don't, because I. And if you try and pull one over on.
Yes, sir.
You really need to work on...
I'll be...
Very good.
Bet it's... Wait. Oh. I wonder. Save that. I wonder how... Now, how... Alright.
I've got some...
All right.
Do you...
I do.
Is she here?
No.
Would it be...
Beg.
She's my sister, and we've lost touch.
Is that right?
Yes, it's been far too long. She probably hasn't mentioned me, but that's understandable.
Look, friend, I may. If you want to speak to Mrs. Walker, until then,
Okay. I'm curious if it's actually possible. So we'll just go back to the other save, if not.
Welcome back.
Gotta stop walking into my store, mate. I've seen you in the past few timelines.
Do you... Is she... Would it be...
Beg.
Her son. I've been trying to track her down.
Oh, it was a terrible tragedy. What? I know how private Mrs. Walker. All right, she lives.
Remember when you couldn't even bring yourself to trick people into thinking their shoelaces were untied? You've come a long way, Miles.
I'll be taking my leave of you now, Mr. Solomon.
Very good.
So wait, does that... Okay, so we got a new... Okay. Right. Does that mean we have to talk to everybody again, though?
Hello.
I'll let you know.
Okay, so... Going out. Okay, so that was a sort of save one again. I know I just cheated a bit there, but... Else we wouldn't have gone out to talk to him.
It says here that Linda Walker is in the upstairs apartment, and someone named Douglas Emafiel is under the stairs. His machine is quiet. It's already gone up considerably in my estimation.
You could learn a thing or
You
two from it, Bill.
stuttering there.
What? Who are you? Are you from the Steamworks?
Afraid not, sir.
Damn. Oh well, what can I do for you?
Can you think about Linda Walker?
Do you know Linda Walker?
Of course. She lives upstairs. Who's asking?
I'm Miles Fordham. I'm trying to find Linda so I can speak with her.
What's your business with her?
I'm afraid that's private.
Well, she's out right now. You'll have to come back another time if you want to visit her.
I mean, fair. Do you know when she'll be
Got
home?
any idea when Mrs. Walker will be back?
Not for a few days. She told me she was going away for a bit. Ah, that reminds me. She asked me to water her plants while she was gone. Just need to remember where I put the spare key.
Spare
Did you
key.
say something about having a spare key to Mrs. Walker's apartment?
Sure, I'm her landlord. I look after the place when she's gone. Got a bit of a green thumb, that one, so she puts me in charge of watering her plants. The trip up is a bit of a pain, though. My hips aren't what they used to be.
Do you want me to do it?
I'm a private detective, and it's of the utmost importance that I get that key from you.
Right. Private detective. I don't have to do anything you say. You're not really the law. So
Okay.
nice try. But I'm not betraying Mrs. Walker's trust so easily.
He says that now, but I'm willing to bet he'd do it if it benefited him in some way.
Why did you think I was from the Steamworks?
Because I contacted them a few days ago when my boiler broke, and nobody has come to repair it yet. I should have known better. Those fools always take their time, if they even bother showing up at all. Meanwhile, I'm stuck in here with nothing but cold water. If I catch pneumonia and die, you'll know who to blame.
Sorry to bother you, sir. I'll just be on my way.
Hmm.
Miles, what are you doing? You don't know the first thing about steam engine repair.
It can't be that hard to work out.
Yeah.
If you're serious about getting it fixed, I'd suggest looking for someone who knows about this sort of thing first. But if you just want to charge in blindly, be my guest.
Just save here. Boiler. Because I know we're going to fail. Oh shit. Okay.
It won't go any further.
Okay.
These pipes are connected to the flue. They must heat up the water in this overgrown tea kettle.
Hmm. Why is that not starting though?
It won't go any.
Hmm.
Find fuel source.
No, I can't click anything else.
These pipes are connected to...
Hmm. The tab? Can I do tab? No. There's no thing to highlight it. Huh. I don't think I can actually do anything with this. Oh, okay. Maybe that's what I'm supposed to do. Okay.
It won't go any further. It won't go any.
All right.
The water's boiling now. I sure hope you know what you're doing, Miles.
Cool.
I don't think you should leave this thing unattended.
What? Wait, what? Okay, so we close the door. Oh fuck.
It won't go any.
There we go. All right. Are we right then?
I don't think you should.
Oh my god! It literally, it was on the fucking hell. Frustrating. Right, that. It's gonna boil up.
It won't go.
What the? My boiler! I do. You're. No, I.
Yeah. Yeah, let's reload the safe. Fuck's sake. Right, so that was right. Right, so turn left.
It won't go any. It won't go.
Ah. Okay, it's on green. Green.
Well, color me
Ah,
impressed.
there we go.
You're either extremely lucky, or you've done this sort of thing before.
Kind of like I'd, you know, kind of loaded the save.
Yes? What is it?
I fixed the boiler for you.
What? Are you serious? It's pretty pathetic when some yahoo off the street does a better job than the people paid to do this sort
Oh,
of
you
thing.
know.
I owe you, friend.
Might I take you up on that offer and get that spare key to the apartment?
Oh, right. You said you were a private detective, didn't you?
Yes.
Did Mrs. Walker do something wrong? Is she in trouble?
I'm not entirely sure yet, which is why I need to take a look inside her apartment.
I see. Well, I wouldn't normally do this, but you did me a great service by fixing the boiler. I can't just give you the spare key, but I can let you into the apartment.
That'll be just fine. Thank you.
What in the ether?
Cripes, did a tornado come through this place or what?
Looks as though she definitely left in a hurry. I wonder if she planned on ever coming back.
I'll be waiting for you in the kitchen, Mr. Fordham. Just let me know when you're done looking around.
Fair.
Torn apart. She took most everything. Well, it doesn't appear she had much to take. I thought my apartment was messy. It's a boy. Can't be more than 7 or 8 years old. If that's Linda's son, why would she leave this behind?
Good question.
That is a very
Nice
good question.
patterns. I wonder if Linda makes all her own clothes.
Sus.
A fairly recent model. Linda must have spent a good portion of her wages on it. And the books she left behind are all trashy romance novels. Why wouldn't she take those? They're clearly the best ones. Torn apart. She took...
Okay.
I don't know about you, but I'm starting to have my fill of plants and flowers. Torn apart.
Right. Oh, didn't mean to do it.
Well, at least that painting cheer. You're actually good.
Well, might as well. Also, didn't mean to click off that. Oh, okay.
A receipt with yesterday's date. One-way train ticket to Pierre in Lorraine. Departed this afternoon.
Thought she could get away easy, it seems. Well, I hate to disappoint her.
Interesting. How do I leave? Okay. Just move the book out of the way.
A fairly...
I keep accidentally clicking right click.
It's a boy.
Good question.
That bit of torn wallpaper. What do you know? She hid a book behind the wallpaper. Looks like a journal.
Oh, God. Can't believe it. Can it be true? At tonight's meeting, I struck a conversation with Henrietta. I wish it was easy to read this was. Charles Harris was born the day Alexander died, and he had blue eyes. I know I shouldn't jump to conclusions, but this is too perfect to be a fluke. To be sure, I need to find something with Alexander's appropriate for an infant. Maybe his old bear? Charles loved Barney. Henrietta told me he'd never seen him react with such joy in these other playthings. There is no doubt now in my mind. Charles Harris is the reincarnation of my beloved Alexander. At last we can be together again. At last I can seek his forgiveness. I just need to find a way to take him from his false parents without getting dear Henrietta in trouble. Oh dear. Took the child. I had a nightmare again last night. Alexander's cries, "Why did you do it, mother? We're nearly too much to bear." We're nearly too much to bear. When I have him again, I can finally explain I couldn't do anything to stop him. Thomas was a monster, and I was at my wit's end. Dear Samuel had helped me so much, and there was no turning back once he had consumed a tainted pie. How was to know Alexander's friend would take it, and he would arrive home early? Watching my boy share the poisoned meal with his father was the worst moment of my life. I must get him back. Finally, after months of thinking, I have a plan. Samuel's instruction of the nature of the plant has been the key. We'll visit Henriette tonight at the Harris residence. A prayer thing. It looks like it might have been. Look as though a burglar entered in the nursery and tore his coat. 2 nights I'll have my baby again. Oh dear.
Well, this is pretty damn incriminating.
I'll say. Now we just need to figure out how she managed to drug Mrs. Davis.
Oh, we've got you now, Linda. Thought you could be clever and get away with the baby, did you?
Bill?
Well, you thought wrong. With Fordham and Legere on the case, the only thing you're getting is a one-way trip to jail.
Bill?
And the worst part is how sloppy she was. I mean, really, she couldn't think to pick up a button? She might as well have left a signed confession in the crib for all the good it did her.
Bill, would you just shut up, for God's sake? Huh? Is everything all right?
Yes, everything's just fine. I just stubbed my toe on the bed frame.
You ought to be more careful, Mr. Fordham.
Sorry, Miles. You know how I get when we're close to solving a case.
You always do this. I need to concentrate, and I can't hear myself think with you yapping away.
Right. Sorry. I'll keep it to myself.
Thank you.
But you have to admit, she really would have saved us the trouble if...
Bill.
Right. Not another peep. As you were.
I hope you were able to find out what you needed.
Yes. Thank you for your cooperation.
Oh. That was good progress, I think it was. Wait. Oh. I'm wondering where it is. I've not got a picture yet. Let's go talk to everybody again then.
Welcome back, Mr. Fordham.
I don't think there's anything she...
Okay, no.
May this
Right, so she's done. That'll be the case thing, so I don't want to talk just yet.
He's busy.
Okay, no.
I don't think he.
No. Just walking into places suspiciously. Aha, here we go. Right.
I'll let you know if I have any.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I'll be going now.
may this
Could have said it from the door.
I'll let you know if I have. Sit tight, Mrs. Harris. I may have more questions for you later.
Maybe I need a.
Be careful not to cut yourself. No, it looks
Okay. Guess we're done then. Oh, we got still got Solomon stitching.
Welcome back.
I think we've gotten.
Okay, I think we're done then. Maybe go home, talk to our wife.
I'm here.
It's good to.
Let her read in peace.
Never mind then.
Time for me to get some.
Goodbye, dear.
Love you too.
Oh. Right. Guess we're going to the pub then. A save though, just in case. In case we get it wrong, we know we've done really well. End of case 2? Question mark.
Can we talk?
Go on, I'm listening.
I'm ready to wrap this case up.
Okay, who's your prime suspect?
I believe it was Arthur Devens.
Who is he?
His wife was killed in the Lygia disaster, and he harbors a hatred towards the Harris family because of it. Not only that, but he sent a ransom note and also confessed to dabbling in black magic. I think he took the child in retaliation, as well as to try and get the Lenore project canceled. He may have also done it for other, darker reasons.
Do you know where the police can find him?
He's leading a protest in front of the airship yard in Chumley.
All right, Miles. I'll go through the proper channel. Your compensation should get to you in a few days. I'll keep you posted on any
Why
new cases
wasn't?
that come up.
Wait, why isn't the woman? No.
Excuse me?
What do you want, officer? We're protesting peacefully. You've got nothing on us.
I don't care about your protest, sir. I'm just looking for Arthur Devens.
Oh, well, that's me. What's your business?
Sir, I'm placing you under arrest for the kidnapping of Charles Harris.
What? But I had nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
Please come with me, and don't make this any more
But the
difficult than
woman
it
wasn't
already
on there
is.
for the choice.
What? No! Boys, help me! What are you, deaf? I said help me! Fine. Just stand there and do nothing. I knew yous were all bark and no bite.
Come on, Mr. Devens. I'm sure your friends will get along just fine without you.
I got the wrong person.
Addie, are you home?
Still at her appointment, it would seem. You know, Miles, I have to say, I'm proud of you.
Why's that?
It's because you actually listened.
So does this mean you'll keep quiet until morning?
I said I was proud of you. I didn't say you were getting a reprieve.
Then I need to figure out how I'm going to sleep through the night without the soporific.
You worry about that too much, Miles. You can sleep when you're dead.
You don't ever seem to.
That's because I slept quite enough when I was alive.
In any case, I need to clear my head. The best way to do that after a case was always going for a drink at the Angel.
The Angel? But you haven't been there since...
Since you died. But perhaps getting back into old routines will help.
But where was the choice for the woman? I don't
Perhaps.
understand.
It would be nice to see old Patrick again at the very least. Then it's settled. A drink or two at the Angel, for old time's sake.
I appreciate your concern, Patrick.
No, I think I'm gonna go back.
Miles, well,
I
I know you quit the.
he.
Oh,
For God's sake.
now,
I'll try and go back. Hold on. I'm gonna attempt to
Can we
go
talk?
again.
Go on.
I'm ready.
Unsolvable.
I can't figure out who took the child.
It's a damn shame. I thought for sure you'd be able to crack it. Oh well, I'm sure that unfortunately this means
I wouldn't feel right taking.
it's all right for now.
Okay, so that's also a bad option.
Still at her appointment, it would. It's because
Since you died.
it would. Then it's settled.
I don't know what it could be because it's.
What is...
I know.
You're... Wait a minute.
No, my.
Neither do I.
Right, skip all that. Oh my god. Skip. Right. Load. Right, I'm gonna have to try and figure it out. I don't think I've got this right. Did we see a train on there? There's no train though. I'm so confused.
You should talk to the landlord.
I'm completely lost. How am I supposed to incept it? How am I supposed to get to this fucking train?
I don't think he.
Hey,
Well,
Is there a phone?
take it.
I'm gonna have to look at a walk for him. So I need to insert, but I can't. I feel there's something missing in the apartment.
Yeah.
do you think I...
All
Torn up.
Right.
The book she left behind. A receipt with yesterday's date. One-way train.
Thought she could get away easy.
But then
Well. I don't know. There's a handwritten note.
Seems Mrs. Walker's...
Maybe not. I'd love to see the look on Mrs. Davis's face if she knew it wasn't a spirit that possessed her. In fact, let's go tell her, so I can.
I guess that's
You've
what I
gotten
missed.
fairly misanthropic in your death, Bill.
Have I? I hadn't noticed.
There we go. That's the clue might have been missing.
I hope.
Yeah.
Right.
Hello?
I have some questions.
All right.
Alright, I think this might be it then.
Mrs. Davis, where did you get the tea you drank on the night of the kidnapping?
From my own private supply, I drink a blend of hibiscus and elderberry. It clears the mind and puts me more in tune with the spirits.
Did it taste off to you?
No. Why do you ask?
Because I think your tea may have been drugged.
Wait, are you saying?
I believe Mrs. Walker used her own herbs to drug your tea, knowing you'd drink a cup the following evening. She then snuck into the house after you'd fallen asleep and took the child.
Oh my word, I never would have thought.
I know, Mrs. Davis. But don't worry, I'm doing everything I can to find her.
Oh, may the spirits guide you, Mr.
I think this is the
Fordham.
clue we're missing.
Thank you for your time, Mrs. Davis.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Well, I'd say we have everything we need to prove it was
There we
Linda
go.
who drugged Mrs. Davis's tea and took the child. And we know where she's going, too. Upton will want to know about this as soon as possible.
I'll be going.
Go, go, go. Then we can call it.
Can we talk?
Go on.
I'm ready to wrap it.
Okay.
It was Linda Walker,
Who is she?
a seamstress who befriended the Harris family nanny. She took the child because she believes he's the reincarnation of her deceased son, whom she accidentally poisoned.
My God.
You'll find a journal explaining her motive at her apartment, as well as the plants she used to drug Mrs. Davis.
But what about the broken window in the nursery?
All part of a false crime scene she set up to draw our attention away from her.
Excellent work, Miles. Did you manage to find out where Mrs. Walker is now?
Yes, I found a receipt for a one-way train ticket to Pierre, which departed this afternoon.
Fantastic. We can send a telegram to the train station and have her arrested upon arrival. You've done extremely well
Yes,
for them.
totally didn't have to do a
So we
save.
hope to have a detective as good as you again.
You flatter me.
Then I'd better stop before your head gets any bigger. All right, Miles. I'll go through the proper channels and report your information as an anonymous tip. And of course, I'll dip into the department's Good Samaritan fund to get you proper compensation for your work. For now, go home to your wife. I'm sure I'll have something else for you to look into fairly soon.
Welcome to Lorraine. An awfully cute baby you got there.
Oh, thank you, sir. This is my son, Alexander.
Alexander. That's a good name. Strong name.
Yes, thank you. I don't mean to be rude, but I'm in a bit of a hurry and I need to get to my hotel.
Of course. I won't keep you any longer, Mrs. Walker.
Thank you. Wait. How did you know my name?
I didn't. It was a lucky guess. But now, seeing as I know your name, allow me to tell you mine. I'm Sheriff Zeke Dollarhide. Linda Walker, you are under arrest for the kidnapping of Charles Harris. Surrender the child and come with me.
No, you've got it all wrong. This is my son. This is my Alexander.
No.
Ma'am, please don't make this difficult. Come along to the station and we'll get this all sorted out.
Huh.
Addie, are you home?
Still at her appointment, it would seem.
No, that may it.
You know, Miles, I have to say, I'm proud of you.
Why's that?
It's because you...
We wait.
I said I was...
We went.
You don't.
We went through this before.
Since you died. But
it would be nice to see old Patrick again at the very... Then it's settled.
Cool. Now we're back to when we actually listen to the other conversation now.
I have to say, it's been a real pleasure having you back, Miles. I was worried about you.
I appreciate your concern, Patrick. The past few months have been a bit rough, but it's good to be back in familiar territory.
Miles, can I ask you something?
What is it?
You saying? You saying?
It may be none of my business, and you can feel free to tell me to stuff it.
Enough with the preamble, Patrick. Just ask.
I know you quit the force, but why are you still working as a private investigator? Why not leave all that detecting stuff behind?
I'll go insane.
It's just something I have to do. If I don't, I'll go crazy.
It's rare to meet someone so dedicated to their profession.
No, it's not that. It's something else. It's really not worth getting into.
Fair enough. Just figured I'd ask. Now then, will you be wanting another drink?
I'm not sure. I've already had 2. I should probably be getting... Wait a minute. Patrick, do you hear something?
No, Miles. I don't hear anything.
I'm deaf, you see.
Do I? Another gin, if you please.
Coming right up.
Must have taken a wrong turn back there. Hopefully Addie won't hear me come in.
Quickly checking it.
Excuse me, sir. Could you spare a shilling?
Sorry about all the coins.
Apologies, but I'm all out of coins. Perhaps next time.
Spend them all at the pub, didn't you? I should have guessed.
I beg your pardon?
Just look at yourself. I may be a beggar, but even I feel sorry for you.
Sounds very familiar.
Voice. I've heard it before.
Yes, that's right. I'm your biggest failure.
What are you talking about?
Come now, Miles, you're not completely stupid. You think finding and catching me is going to make things better?
Yes, I do. I owe it to Bill, and that's enough to make it worth doing.
That's very touching. But you need to face reality. Let's say you do find me, and this grand chase finally ends. What do you do the next morning? You still have a dead partner, no real job. Your wife knows you've been keeping things.
I'm crying in the background.
Even if you solve 100 cases, it won't relieve that empty feeling inside.
What's your point?
I'm all you've got, Miles. Once I'm gone, there'll be nothing left. So just admit it. You don't want to find me. Not really. Bad dreams?
You could say that. My head. How many drinks did I have last night?
You're asking the wrong person. I was out after the first one.
It seems Miss Maxwell was right about the effects of spirits. Go figure.
Yeah, well, let's not make a habit out of it, all right?
Right, I think I shall leave it there. I mean, we've done pretty well. I know it's only the end of a case, but yeah, I think we did pretty well. So thank you for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed, and I shall see you next time. Bye-bye.